How's it going, everybody? Bandy Wolf down here. We are playing some more Baldur's Gate 2. Getting back into it from last episode, we were scouting out this entire area. We finished the first floor of the dungeon, and we scoped out this. Got us a cool magic sword that our brother used to carry until we whooped him. And we're probably going to carry this around. It's an updated model from the original game. It was just a purple sword. Remember that. We have our portal key here, and we are going to take this portal to wherever it may lead. So let's dive into this thing. It says the portal violently teleports you to another level of the dungeon. You have a few
in all this madness.
moments.
You are not in league with the evil that dwells in this unholy place. Yoshimo begs your assistance.
We didn't have a few moments to catch your breath. Oh, that's false advertisement. So we run into a new dude, Yoshimo. A fair line easily used by servants of the wizards themselves. We have been imprisoned and worse, and given many reasons to distrust strangers we encounter. I share your sentiments. I have seen much here that has disturbed me. I myself am a warrior with no evil intentions. Please, I would welcome any assistance you might offer. How did you come to be here? It is actually quite embarrassing. My profession does not leave itself open to those who are not wary, yet somehow I was caught unaware. I came to Athkatla years ago from Karatua to seek my fortune. At some point, I went to my bed in my room at the Copper Cornet, and I woke in a strange room with a very sore head. I do not know how long I was there before waking. How do I know you aren't some sort of fiend here to lure me into a trap? I am no fiend. I am Yoshimo. You know, Yoshimo? Sorry, I've never heard of you. You must be new to Amn, or at least Athkatla. Athkatla? That's the city of coin, right? A merchant city in Amn? We come from the Sword Coast, a ways to the north. Why do you think we're in Athkatla? I am unsure. I may have been drugged when I was brought here. I may have been unconscious. Either way, I do not know how long. If it was the former, this place could be anywhere. If it was the latter, then I don't imagine that I could have traveled very far without noticing. Then you too know the hardship of being set in a maze like a helpless hamster. We are comrades in peril. Boo asks what you propose to do next, little man. I do not know a way to escape this place. Perhaps we could search for this exit together. Let's ask him a few questions. I would welcome another companion, but I have a few questions first. What aid do you need? I do not know a way to escape this place. How did you get here? Okay, we've already asked him this, so... Yeah, so let's say grab this guy. I shall be happy to lend my blade to your cause. There are two things that I have discovered about this place that may help us escape. In the next chamber, beyond the one in which we stand, 4 portals lie. Each of these portals releases a little cackling fiend which tries to kill me. These little beasties keep coming in through the portals. Perhaps if the portals were destroyed, one could defeat the beasts that have already come through. Surely beyond that chamber there is a hallway that contains several wands mounted in pedestals, and they blast all that walk before them. And this, my faithful viewer, if I have any, is the sign of our first achievement, would be Wand Collector. I have noticed that each wand is locked into the pedestal and could be removed if one had the proper key. I know not where these keys are. Let us begin. So we're going to head and get our first achievement here, and I apologize for that awful accent, but I do try. So, I actually kind of like this guy. This is Yoshimo. He is a bounty hunter. We're going to get him open locks all the way. And we are going to turn his script off to just standard attack. I do not like the AI in this. I mentioned that. Do we have any? But we do. He's a bounty hunter, which is a class kit of a thief. So he basically functions the same as M1, except he doesn't have spells. And like I said, I actually kind of like this guy.
Give me some direction.
He brings a nice little flavor, and he has a little interesting tidbits later in the plot here. Not to spoil anything. Okay, so we got this. Let's have her do that. Okay. So onward we go. Okay, so this is the methods he was talking about. So we want to take these out. Okay, so what do we have here? Ice, smoke, radiant. That's probably the radiant colors that came out, knocked everybody out. And then we've got a fire method over here. So we're trying to take these portals out so that the methods stop spawning, so we'll probably have to kill them. I don't remember a lot of the fights in I don't remember a lot of the fights in Baldur's Gate 1 being this puzzly, and to my knowledge, I don't remember the fights in Baldur's Gate 2. Is he stuck? He is stuck. So we're just gonna have to do this. Well, this is unfortunate. We may have our first reload, really? Alright, M1, let's pick it up. Do this. Fizzled. Okay, now we got everybody wake up. So we're gonna have to start chugging some potions. So that's something that can happen, and something you want to take advantage of when fighting enemy spellcasters. If you time it like she was casting that magic missile spell, and something hit her in the middle of it, she has to take a check to see if she breaks her concentration and fizzles the spell. Okay, so we did that. That was kind of annoying.
You point. I more.
Okay,
I'm waiting.
let's start looking around.
Very well. Hiya.
Okay, what's in this table? A gold ring, that's trash. Some scrolls. Ooh, another key. Wand of Cloudkill key. So we have 3 so far. And I believe we need 6. Grab those. Again, write this so that she has... Do we get experience from that? Curse Scroll of Weakness. So this is the first thing that we've seen that actually is detrimental instead of positive. Okay.
I'm waiting if it must be done.
Ooh, and we have one of Summoning Key. So there's 4. Magic. We can sell those, so I'll keep that as well.
Give me some direction.
A body lies upon the table. It appears that it has been experimented upon. It is hard to tell how long he has been dead.
No. This is an illusion, a dream. A bad dream. Where are the mirrors, the switches to pull to show where he's hidden? Khalid! Damn you.
No. This is Khalid. What has happened to him? Shut up. No more words. Words are nothing. I knew him not, but I mourn for your loss. Sound like Sean Connery. Stranger, nobody. I will not hear your words. Leave me. A brave man has fallen here, but that is no cause to hurl insults at the living. Here, Boo shall comfort you. Imbecile, affront to nature. What do you and your rodent know? What can you know? No words, no more words. Save your speeches, save your proverbs. The only voice I wish to hear is dead. No more. No. No. And Sylvanus, guide the light to the source. Take this man to what he justly deserves. By nature's will, what is given is returned. What was turmoil is now peace. Oh, oops. Khalid of my heart, let my love guide the way. We must hurry before we are noticed. We must get out of this grave and seek the light above. So let us go. And this is something I always was confused about, why they don't try to resurrect this guy. Khalid is dead and has been for some time. Beyond a point, there can be no raising, especially when the body has been desecrated. We live in a time of miracles, and nature allows the rebirth of many that have passed beyond the veil. But there is a time when it is better to let go. Okay, we're not going to dishonor. We will not disturb his body further. We will honor his loss with future deeds. That is the way of things. There will be payment for his crime, and I shall not rest until it is collected. When we are able, there will be enough. I would leave this place. Okay. So there's Khalid. So we found out what happened to our other friend. He's dead.
Every hamster has his day.
Say how sorry I am about Khalid. I know this is hard.
No! You do not know. This is not the time for this conversation, child.
Stop calling me child. I'm as old as Calvin, and besides, I can tell you that Khalid did not suffer. What are you babbling about, Emwyn? I'm not in the mood. I'm not babbling. I saw him do this. Khalid was dead when our captors started doing those things to him. You saw this? You watched as it was done? He showed me. He cut and showed me. He forced my eyes open and made me look as he... Stop, I don't want to hear this. He said I should see so I would understand, but I don't know what he wanted. He would cut and say, do you see? Cut and say, do you see? Be quiet, child. No more. Pretty good stuff. I mean, a little morbid, but... So we found our other friend. He's dead. Honestly, our party's getting full, so... I guess convenient. We found another key. Some arrows. Wand of... Was it fire? Wand of the fire key. So, I was always confused about this. Why they didn't bring him back to life. I'm not terribly... Okay, hold on, let's see. Assassin. Ooh, that's a new model. This is new. Escaped clone. This is awkward. This is super awkward. Imagine walking into this and neither one of them expresses hostility to you, and you basically take a sip of your Coke. I believe that's Grey Delisle right there too. I'm not sure. Sounds like her. Ah! Thou hast come once again to prey upon me, my master. I am not your master, dear lady. Is there aught that I can do for you? Do for me? Do for me? After all that thou hast already done? But we have done nothing to you, lady. We have only just come upon you. Perhaps if you calm yourself, we could... Thou hast created me in her image, but I am not her. I am not. I shall never let thee touch me again. No more death to rise again. Not her.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so... It's a mage. I wonder if we can get a spell off before she finishes that. That would be a good spot right there to have magic missile.
Give me some direction.
So that we could interrupt her. We missed it. But luckily, it's not doing too much damage. We're suffering through here. So yeah, what was I saying?
Tortured creature that
Oh,
was
could you
nothing was.
stop?
She was a copy? A copy of another person?
I wonder why Irenicus made her. I doubt he took pleasure in her company. He's beyond that. He's fascinated with death. He showed me over and over. Oh my god. Talk about downer. A lot of missiles keys. So we got 6 keys. That should be all the ones that we need. So like I said, coming up we're going to come to a room where we use these keys, and that should be our first achievement here. So let's grab this, see if there's anything else in this room. These jars are each filled with clones of the same woman, or parts of her at least. Some seem to be living, but most are lifeless within the fluid. One jar is broken. And I think that they all say the same thing. Grab some more loot. Okay. What's this middle thing do? What is this? The central unit seems to power the others. Okay. So what I was saying before I was interrupted several times is I'm not really versed in like D&D technical things, so I don't know exactly what the limitations to resurrection spells are. I know in this game you can resurrect everybody but yourself because you've got the taint of the god Baal, so you disintegrate when you die, and that basically makes you unable to be resurrected for the most part. But Jahira, I don't know if that Jahira is actually making up excuses for this guy. She can't resurrect him, that she doesn't want to see him, you know, you know how it is. Or that's actually true, that they wouldn't be able to resurrect him. I mean, because Harper's Call, that's a resurrection spell. So anyway, so yeah, if you play D&D and you know technicality of that issue about how long you can wait before resurrecting or something like that. I think there's a trap here. Turn the AI off. I think there's a trap here. I'm actually gonna... No, okay. So this is an issue. This thing is hostile to us, so we're gonna try to save this guy. Get it. Yeah, okay. Excuse me? I just saved you, bruh. Yeah, if you know the answer to that question, answer in the comments below. Give us a little lesson on D&D. Because I feel like D&D knowledge is actually going to be helpful playing Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, this is a problem. So, I'm actually going to summon these things right here. So this one right here, this is Monster Summoning 3. I have Monster Summoning 1. I'm going to summon these.
Where shall I display my skill in it?
My characters got confused. Oh, that's actually a stun. So we're actually going to... We really need to be careful here because I'm going to start getting wailed on.
I am skilled in avoidance. I can dance on the head of a pin as well. Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
As you can see, I'm getting wailed on because I'm stunned, so I can't dodge anything.
Nature's servant
I
awaits.
am
You're
ready.
not gonna keep me here.
I await your news.
Okay, that one's running.
I am skilled in avoidance.
So we're trying to mitigate the amount of things that are hitting me. So this guy's going to run, so I'm going to let him. Or just kill him with a straight hit. We've got this Mephit hitting me. We've got that guy on the back. This guy right here with a bow, so we're going to close in on him with melee to stop him from shooting arrows. We've got this guy pulled to Yoshimo, and we're going to try to get this guy to stop going into melee. And then finally this Mephit is hitting me. There we go. Now we're not. No, this fight's no longer a problem now.
I am ready.
So we can back him out.
As well.
I am ready.
That should give you an idea of how like strong like crowd control is. Baldur's Gate 1, that's basically how I beat the game. I was really afraid I was going to have to reload. I'm going to be really embarrassed when I have to reload this, because I'm not playing on an especially difficult setting, and I know there's going to be people just watching me to fail, just waiting and watching for me to fail. Haters are going to hate. I have a feeling that D&D knowledge is going to be super useful in Baldur's Gate 3. Because they're using a D&D 5th edition, which is a little simplified compared to this. It's functional. Like, all D&D, you know, rule sets are functional. And I think that... Wow, he took 30 damage from that trap, man. I thought there was a trap there, and I tried to grab it, but... I think D&D functions a little bit better. So here's the trap room. So we can see that there's traps, so I'm actually gonna... Okay, so this... Each of these things will even show you.
Give me some direction.
You insert the key into a slot near the base and the wand is released. So now this one is safe to pass. But this one should not be, and I hope it's not a summoning one. Yeah, it's just a lightning spell or something. Okay, so this is our first achievement that we're going to get. It's a side quest achievement, or more like an activity. So we've got this trap room. Pick up the loot that we can get. And it's pretty obviously showing traps. So we're going to take our keys. We only have 5 left because you're going to take our 5 keys. Put them in here. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that one. Do that one. And do that one. And the achievement should boop. Cool. So, I'm going to give a bird's eye view of the room for the achievement guide. We're going to look at the loot. So, basically, these wands were locked into those pedestals, and we put these keys in, and we got them out. Wands are super useful, some more than others. I personally like the fireball ones. These ones are okay. They're more like little pea shooters. Don't like those. So we got a Wand of Frost, Wand of Monster Summoning. That one's really useful. Wand of Fireball. That one's pretty good. Wand of Cloud Kill. Not my favorite. Wand of Lightning Bolt. Not my favorite. And a Wand of Magic Missile. And we'll identify those later when we get a chance to. So, first achievement. Woohoo! I don't know if I'm going to have these achievement walkthroughs up before or after I put up this playthrough. I'm not exact. These are recorded pretty far beforehand, at least a month. I know this one is where I'm in July. Yep. So I'm not sure about what the schedule is. If I'm just gonna do one a week or multiple ones a week. I don't want to get behind, so I'm taking it very slow. But I'm thinking about putting up the achievement guide videos beforehand, or in the same week. That's what I meant. So, got a Ring of Princes. It says, this ring and several of its type were originally crafted to protect the sons of King Castor de Wes, although who uttered the enchantment is unknown. History records that the rings remained within that family for at least 13 generations, though they were all apparently lost within the space of one. Enmity between the king and the family of the creator may be to blame. And once again, these are just little bonuses to armor and saving throws and stuff. And as you can see, it's not letting me equip it here. The item cannot be equipped due to other magical equipment you are currently wearing, and that's basically because I already have something that functions the same as this is this Mail of the Dead, I think. So we can only put it on certain people. And one can do it because she's got this. This is the only type of magical armor enhancements that she's got. Okay. I think I want to go this way. I'm going to give it a quick save too, because I almost died back there and I don't want to do that.
Let me have a taste.
Uveral. Ah, excellent. I see I'm to be provided fresh blood for once.
Where is your master, fiend? We seek Orenicus. Give us the upstart and you shall survive.
Already am I dead, thief. Join me in darkness.
Enough. Kill this creature and raise the guild. Orenicus shall learn what it is to betray the Shadow Thieves.
So that is a vampire. Now this is probably going to be the first creature. Watch. Is it a creature? No, she does. I thought this was going to be one that was immune to regular weapons, so we would have to use magic ones.
I'm waiting.
And this would actually be a good spot to use the Burning Earth because she is a undead. So it's +4 against her. So very likely that we'll hit her. And it does a good chunk of damage. She's really weak to fire. And we killed her. 8,000. Oh.
Give me some
We'll
direction.
switch back to this because she's not undead. And see, that's... I was mentioning earlier, you can even see it in the thing there. Spell failed, casting failure. She took a missile damage and it distracted her, so she lost concentration and failed the spell. Nice. So
I'm waiting.
this is the type of game that in hindsight it's hard to not see things that are supposed to be vague or kind of like red herrings or a mystery. Like back here when we were in this room with the escape clone, when we were previously in the other map with the room of the mistress's wife, obviously there's some woman present, and while I'm aware of who that is, it's good to hear like new players playing through this for the first time. So like, what is everybody watching this thing like? What theories do you have? It's really fun to experience this through other people's eyes for the first time. So you know, start playing it, see what you get through. It's a very, very fun game. There's a reason that a lot of you know, media outlets and stuff say that you know, this so-and-so game is the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, because it's just very, very good. It's got things that BioWare does with like Dragon Age, where your companions will talk to each other. You can have romances in this game, which is pretty novel, I think, for its time. Or at least it was one of the first to make it actually pretty popular. It's the one of the first I remember, you know, sitting in my room at, you know, what, 11 or 12, and getting schmoozed on by these virtual elves, half-elves. Yeah, half-elves. This large and impressive forge is probably used in the creation of magical devices. And can we see this one? Okay, that's the same thing. Is this the same thing? Yep. What? By the exile, the prisoners have escaped. Between invading thieves and the loss of Calvin, the master will not be pleased. Come, Grey Ones, we must be stopping them. We're gonna back up because I think there's traps.
Give me some directions.
I think there's traps, so...
Swords, not words. I am skilled in poisons.
So we're gonna move him up.
Who stands ready?
I am ready.
So now we actually get to see what a fireball looks like. Beautiful. Alright, I don't think there's traps, so I'm just gonna run at him. Fireball's a really good spell in the regular difficulty. It's super fun to just blow stuff up. Collect all. I'm not really picking up this because this is mostly just vendor trash. It's not even worth, like, to pick up. Like, I don't think you can even sell ammo, like the bolts, just the regular ones. You can sell magic ones, but, like, this weighs 15 pounds. And I think you can sell it for, like, you know, between 1 and 10. I know it's not very much. And each one you sell, it decreases. Now, this, on the other hand, is less than a pound. Is 0, but I think they do have some weight. And you can sell these for, I don't know, depending on, these ones are some of the cheaper ones, but, you know, it's definitely worth it for the weight if you think of it in terms of, like, efficiency per pound. You want to pick up all the gems and stuff, but most of the common equipment, like this dagger, it's, a pound, and you sell it for probably 1 gold or something. Just takes up space.
Give me
You
some
why
more.
shall I display my skill and expertise?
So yeah, interjections, there's a lot of good combat in this game. There's romances. Unfortunately, there's only one for... You can play a woman in this, but there's only one romanceable man. And I don't think that there are, like gay or lesbian romances. I don't think. I cannot remember. And it's not something that I do myself, so it doesn't stay in my memory like that. But also the female one, we'll run into him at some point, and he's very annoying in my opinion. He's just an annoying. He's not a badly written character. He's just an annoying person. And I have played through with him because his character kit's not bad. What else? So combat, romances, interjections, loot. What else could I say that? Party, you know, composition. There's tons of different characters that you can select. So you can, you know, pick your team. So like right now we still have one open slot, and if you look at so Minsk is good. Your hero is true neutral, which is just a lie. She's a goody two shoes. Yoshimo is true neutral, and M1 is neutral good, but you know, ideally you want to select people that meet your own ideals and your way you want to play. And some of the, honestly, I'm a goody two shoes myself, and I usually do play through, like, always play through as the good option. But some of the evil characters in this game are very fun. And another thing, this is a personal opinion of mine, is I don't like the alignment system in D&D in general, because people aren't that simple. Let me read this and then we'll get back on track to what we were talking about. Girdle Bluntness, the destroyer of the hills. Having lost friends and loved ones to a series of raids by hill giants, Gorar the Powerful made it his mission to cleanse his homeland of their presence. It is not known where he acquired this item, but with it he single-handedly dispatched dozens of the creatures, all the while protected from the blows of their clubs. The remaining giants fled to neighboring lands that lacked a similar champion and did not fare as well. So, armor class +4 versus crushing. This is a kind of a niche thing, but since we don't have any otherwise filled that slot, we can use that. Give this to her. We'll just drink that. Alright, so alignment. Yeah, people aren't that simple.
I'm waiting.
Like, even if you try to, like, dang it, even if you try to justify the alignment system by saying this is their majority leanings,
Give me some.
like, if you're a paladin and you complete a really evil act, it doesn't matter your justification, you can fall and lose your paladin powers, which, kind of iffy, but it kind of shows my point that I'm trying to make, is that when you pick an alignment, you're kind of locked in and you want to lean towards doing evil things or good things. And it's not about, like, as a person, it isn't about leaning towards a specific alignment. Like, I don't always just do good things in real life just to be good. It's about motivation. So
Give me some
I do want to do good things, but it depends on the motivation. Like, if I have to do something really bad to protect someone I love, or pull a Batman and do something really bad that everyone hates me for, but is ultimately for the greater good, there's that. It's about motivation. So, and then there's like limitations. Like, Jaheira is true neutral because she's a druid, and that was a requirement of the class. But she's not neutral. She doesn't... Anything evil you do, she's really ticked off about it. So, it aggravates me. And back to the limitations. See this right here? The reputation? Basically, the alignment of the person that you have interacts with this. So, people that are good, like myself and Minsk and Imwin, like it when you have a high reputation, because that means you did good things, according to this game. Neutral people are fine with either way. They complain somewhat depending on what you're going, and then evil will complain and outright leave you if you get too high a reputation, which maybe they were thinking it was something else, like your karma or whatever, but you can be an evil person in real life and have a really good reputation. So, oh man, there's more that I want to say about this, but I don't want to hold up, so we'll keep moving, and when we get a dull moment, we will get back on that. All right. So.
me out of this hole.
So this is Frenadan. Oh, surely you cannot be my captors, come to torment an old man within his glass prison. You look like none others I have seen here. No, I'm not your captor. I was... Excuse me. No, I'm not your captor. I was recently a prisoner myself. Ah, glorious praise to you then, that you have freed yourself. Can you not see your way to helping an old man to his own freedom then? Of course, I will do everything I can to help you. Do you know how I can remove you from your cage? There's a key in one of the chests that will open up this door. Hurry.
Give me
I
some
am ready.
So first we will
Yoshimo is willing.
do this,
Swords, not words.
just to make sure. Yep.
You require
Yep.
counsel. Stand ready. You're right behind me, right? Every hamster has his day.
What is this? Key to Frenadan's room. Some potions. Another spell. Okay. So let's go. Scribe that. Protection from electricity. Now these I almost never use. These protection scrolls, which I really need to. It's 50% resistance to electricity, which that's a significant amount. But I'm just now getting to the spot where I will actually use like potions like this consistently. I used to just hoard these so much. This key fits the door to the glass room that Frenadan is locked in. So we will open that. Oh, dang it. Well, I was rude to him. Thanks for freeing me. I am not being troublesome. I mean no harm. And I said, I shall not endanger my party by having you at our backs. Find your own way to service. And he says, impudent lout. Now I will kill you all foolish ones.
Give me some
And
direction.
I knew that all along. He was a doppelganger.
Get out of here. Sophie's time.
That's not right.
These things are moderately difficult. As you can see, it's hard to hit them. But once we get a little bit better equipment and such, these will be... I mean, it's not really an issue. Look at me, I'm sitting here talking. I've clicked the attack and we're killing them, so...
I am
Where
ready.
shall I display my skill and expertise? Swords, not words.
I am ready.
Always be checking for traps. What? And
Ready
Give
and
me
willing.
some direction.
check the loot.
I'll see to it.
Okay.
Nature could find a home
waiting.
if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
And honestly, back to reputation and just that type of thing. These games are really, these games are really centered towards a good playthrough. It kind of leans you. It doesn't lean, like, there's not a lot of leaning. The game isn't pushing you to be good or evil, but the quality of the content and the motivation of the character and the different choices you can have for why you're motivated to do what you do in this game clearly is pushing you to be a goody two-shoes. Let's give these to him. I don't frequently use them on my character, so I'm going to give those oils of speed to Yoshimo. They give him faster movement speed, faster attack speed. The game clearly is catered towards a good playthrough of your character, and it kind of thematically balances out because you're the spawn of Lord of Murder, you know, resisting your natural urges to kill, even though the majority of the game is just killing stuff over and over again. It's pretty good. But if you play evil, which is a valid option, you have to play this little game, this PR game, where you have to donate gold to keep yourself. Because once you go so low in reputation, I think it's like 6s or 5s or 6s or something. Guards just start trying to kill you outright, and then when you get low enough, it just spawns guards on top of you, and it's not fun to just, well, I gotta go pay my dues so that people won't hate me. Like, again, this is an older game, so the mechanics are not barbaric, but they're older. So, like, let's use this attempt as an example, or this scenario as an example. We're inside a prison underground. As far as we know, we're the only people in this room. Let's say I was evil to this guy and I said, I'm going to chop your hands off and then play puppets with your hands, or something really evil like that. No one would ever hear about that. Like, who, as long as I just kill everyone in this room to stop them from getting out, who would hear about that? But like, when you do evil things like that in the game, or good things in the game, you know, let's say I did a good thing and I was like, here's some money to go get a college education, you'd get a reputation point. Like, who would, well, the good, because he lives and gets out of here and probably talks about how he got money to go to college, but the reputation is just simplistic too. And, you know, especially when you're being evil and you just murder everyone that could possibly witness to what you did, it's all good, you know? You should be able to play like that, but you can't, so... Okay, I derailed it. I knew there had to be reinforcements down here. Couldn't be that powerful by himself, I said. I'll just put an end to this here and now. We'll see the end of Irenicus and your little guild war before this day is through. Guild war? What are you talking about? I just want out of this dungeon. You can talk all you wish, but it will do you no good. Everyone in this place has either attacked or tried to lie their way into my confidence. Well, I have no reason to lie. I just went out of here. And I shall deliver you. Fall upon our blades and spells, and you shall be free. You and Irenicus will fall, and then the war is won. Everyone says, get out of my way. I don't want to fight any of you. I just want to leave. You and your guild die, no matter your words. Now, I believe that there's more people in this room, so we will... Let's do that.
Not gonna keep me here.
Draw upon our holy might. Come on. Oh, there they are. So, boom! Oh, dang it. Thought we were gonna clap that guy.
Yes.
Get into melee with that guy.
No one crosses the scream for mercy. Give me some direction.
And I'll point out, like, later when we actually do something that is really, our reputation shouldn't be affected by it, but it will. And it's annoying. Okay. Now we're coming up to our second achievement of this entire playthrough. We're almost out. As you can see, it looks like we've reached the sewer system. So we will... Here it is. So let's get out of here.
The tunnel slopes upward into the welcome glare of daylight. Such is your relief that you barely notice the debris at your feet, the remnants of a battle fought only moments before. Surveying the carnage, you hear a scream of rage, and a massive explosion collapses the passage behind you. The sounds of combat greet you as you struggle to your feet. The fight, it seems, is still going strong.
Alright. Is it gonna pop?
You dare to attack me here. Do you even know whom you face? You will suffer! You will all suffer! So, godchild, you have escaped. You are more resourceful than I had thought.
You're not going to torture us any longer.
Torture? Silly girl, you just don't understand what I'm doing, do you?
I don't care what you're doing. Let us go.
I won't let you leave, not when I'm so close to unlocking your power.
We don't want anything from you.
Enough! I will no longer listen to the babbling of ignorant children.
This is an unsanctioned use of magical energy. All involved will be held. This disturbance is over.
Must I be interrupted at every turn? Enough of this.
This mage's power is immense. We must overcome him quickly.
Enough! I haven't the time for this.
You will cease your spell casting and come with us.
Your pathetic magics are useless. Let this end.
Even if we fall, our numbers are many. You will be overwhelmed.
You bore me, Mangely. You may take me in, but you will take the girl as well.
What? No. I've done nothing wrong.
You have been involved in illegal use of magic. You will come with us.
I'm not going with him. I'm not.
Ooh.
I punch.
This cannot be. The murderer of Dynahair flees from righteous butt-kicking vengeance, and he takes Emoen with him too. Something must be done, Calvin. We must find this evil wizard. All that his goodness cries out for this. Even little Boo, although he cannot cry out quite so loudly. I find it odd that his Irenicus would leave of his own volition. And why take Emoen when it is Calvin he is so obviously interested in? Perhaps he expects us to give chase? We must step carefully then. We know little about him. Whom he was fighting, who took him, and even where we are. We seem to be drawn into machinations not of our own making. No, we must go quickly and save our friend Emoen. The wizard may be leering over her evilly even now. Don't be foolish, Minsk. We must know our enemies and the extent of our danger here before we rush into anything. The druid is right, my large friend. The wizard obviously had great power, and I doubt we have seen the last of him. Perhaps we should see if allies can be found here. So... That's frustrating. Oh, would you stop talking? Where in the bleeding blazes did ye come from? I can hardly believe that the bleeding mage went crazy he did, as if a guild war in Athkatla wasn't enough. What do you mean by guild war? It is one of the reasons why smart folks stay indoors at night, though none of the guards will say one thing or another about it. Bad for the image of the city. I know, because I'm close to the streets. There's a war between the thieves and a new guild. Don't know much, but lots of people have gone missing. Not much other to say about it. You need anything else? So what city is this? I think I recognize the place. Like I told you when we met, I think this is Athkatla. Is that right? Is this the city of Coin itself? Aye, it surely is. And the fight between the wizard and those men, you saw the whole thing? Aye, the wizard was angrier than a dragon, blasting those men in black, bleeding wizard killed them all and took half the promenade too before he stopped. The promenade? Oh wait, I think is that pronounced promenade? Aye, this here be Joaquin's promenade, center of the trade in such a city. You wouldn't happen to know who those men were who the wizard was fighting, do you? No, they were all in black and swarmed with their daggers about an hour ago. Thought there would be trouble, but didn't think they would suffer the most. And where? So we know where the ones who took the wizard and Emwyn. Do you know who they are? Emwyn, is that the girl? Aye, she was taken. Don't know where to. Maybe 'twas the cowed ones come to arrest them for all the magics and the like. Well, the cowed ones, who are they? Why would they be arresting anyone for magic? Ye are new here, aren't you? Magic be forbidden in Athkatla. The cowed wizards, methinks, keep control o' all the other mages. Unless, of course, you have the permission of the cowed wizards to use your magic. Don't know how one would go about getting such a thing, though. Did he see everything? Yeah, he did. And we've asked him all those relevant questions. Take care of yourself. A good business to ye.
These buildings. Yes, that person was assuredly correct. This is Athkatla.
We are in the state of Omn. I would have thought my enemies would have come closer to home. I was wondering the same thing, though we are not all that far from home and organizations can span continents. Perhaps it is not an individual that seeks our heads. Whatever our enemy, we should keep low for a while. Perhaps at the docks or out of town. I might know a few places. You seem to know this place very well. How did you come by this information? You might have never been here, but I have. Those who harp tend to travel. Khalid and I came here. Well, let's just say I've been here before. I do not know the city well enough to give directions, though. We will have to seek out the slums. Perhaps we may find who holds Emlyn still. Khalid? Sylvanas, let him hear my vow. If I must, I shall empty the city of all within to find his killer. So do I swear. It's a fine sentiment, and I will aid as best I can. It is my want to do this, and I shall see that it is done properly. If you would assist, more the better. If not, be prepared to stand aside. Is everybody done talking now? Because we have some stuff happening. So first we've got to figure out where to stash all this stuff that M1 dropped. Okay. So, okay, to recap, you know, we just got out of Renika's dungeon. We got 2 achievements. This episode's really good. Mint's got a level. He's a ranger, so not that exciting. We're going to put a point into, let's go flails, maybe. He gets another priest spell. So we're going to go Armor of Faith. And, we'll kind of get back in touch. We got a lot to do because M1 got kidnapped basically, so we got a lot to do to kind of rebalance ourselves. So thanks for watching. This has been Baldur's Gate 2. I hope you're enjoying yourself playing through. If you have any comments, just drop them down below. I love to converse with everybody about this game. Anything you want to talk about.